welcome back to another episode of Fox to Fox Report. If you have done so already, please drop a like and subscribe because in this podcast, I'm giving you my thoughts, my reactions, and my opinions all about Leicester City in their latest performances, matches at the King Power Stadium, wherever else, if it's Premier League, Europa League, you name it, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Therefore, without further ado, let's go on to the latest match that was Leicester City versus Brighton. Played at the American Express Stadium, a place where we have a lot of positive results. I know last season where we got that 2-1 victory close to the end of the season, and we just struggled because Brighton is a very good team. They have a lot of quality players. Defensive-wise, they are very good, and they know how to counterattack when given that right opportunity. So last season, we definitely struggled there. Luckily, we had that header in by Amarty that gave us the 3 points. However, each single game that we go against Brighton is always going to be a tough one. Like I said, they're very well defensive-wise, and they have some key players. Therefore, before this match, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I knew Brighton was definitely going to give us their best for those full 90 minutes, and that's pretty much what they did. Now, before this match, we were sitting in 8th place with 6 points, 2 wins, 1 against Wolves and the other against Norwich, and 2 losses, 1 against West Ham and the other against Manchester City. Now, the result, not the best result. We definitely need to start improving more. I can't believe we are not finishing those opportunities that they're given to us. We did take full control. However, there's just something that's missing, perhaps, in positioning, in the formation, the players that need to be playing versus the players that don't need to be playing, or at least on the bench. However, before we go all into that, let's go into the starting 11 that Brendan Rodgers put out to face off against Brighton. Very well. We go with the formation of a 4-3-3, something very different from our usual formation that is a 4-2-3-1. However, with the 4-3-3, we go with Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Our back four on the left side, we have Ryan Bertrand with Jannik Vestergaard in the center with Soyuncu, while we have Ricardo Pereira on the right. Our 3 center midfielders on the left side is our French summer signing, Samore, who is also making his very first Premier League debut start with Leicester City. And in the center, we have Wilfred Ndidi, while on the right, we have Yuri Tielemans. With 3 forwards, on the left side, we have Harvey Barnes, Jamie Vardy in the middle, and James Maddison on the right. Now, like myself and probably any other Leicester City fan is probably thinking, what's James Maddison doing on the right side? Typically he's a player who's more effective in the center, who likes to have that open space to give through balls to Vardy, not crosses. So typically putting him on the right side may have to make him come up and down that flank, partnering up with Ricardo Pereira and Yuri Tielemans, in which I don't think that best adjusts to his type of quality. Therefore, I don't know if he'll be running up and down the line the entire game. So I don't know if that would tire him out as well. However, we are open to options, and it looks like as though formation, the 4-2-3-1, has not really worked in our favor just yet, or at least not effectively within these past 4 games. So definitely checking with this new formation to see how it goes. I guess we all had to wait and see. Therefore, overall, I think the team selection was great. I think Samore definitely deserved more minutes. He most certainly played well against Napoli, and I think he came on against, no, he didn't come on against Manchester City, but either way, with Napoli, he definitely showed a couple of, key moments of quality and just having that mentality to just go up and attack and start plays that could lead to goal-scoring opportunities. Therefore, very happy to see Samore there. Ryan Bertrand, our back line, Jannik Vestergaard, Soyuncu, Ricardo Pereira, quality defenders. I know Soyuncu has been struggling a bit, but still high quality enough to go against Brighton. And Harvey Barnes, Vardy, perfect. Everything's all fine. Just his formation and just having James Maddison on the right side is really the thing that kind of stuck out to me. But either way, let's go on to the full summary of what happened in this match at the American Express Community Stadium against Brighton. In the first half, we had a lot of possession. We definitely took control. We created plays. However, we're not finishing them. And the only time I'd say that Brighton had chances to score is whenever we gave the ball away. I don't know why whenever we have possession, and clearly we have a very firm possession of just full control in which we just have to risk some passes. We have to, I don't know, just pass through Brighton defenders, just giving those passes where we're not sure if it's going to get to our player or go where it needs to be. I don't get what's the urge to risk those type of passes because they end up becoming counterattacks on us that end up becoming goal scoring opportunities in which we are pushed up too much and we have fewer defenders back to track and try to defend that counterattack. So I don't know what is the rush when we have full possession of the ball. Either way, I know towards the end we had that VAR call in which Jannik Vestergaard was called for a handball, even though that was a foul on Mope. Mope pulled his arm down, and clearly we can all see from the video that he has his whole arm wrapped around Jannik Vestergaard's arm, and he's just pulling him down. I don't know why the referee did not go into the VAR screen and see exactly what happened. He just went over to his assistant on the side and just listened to what they were telling him from the VAR room. So either way, I don't know why they didn't check that foul. They only checked the handball. Clearly, it did hit his hand, but that was after Jannik Vestergaard was pulled down. So either way, I mean, that's just bad luck. There's nothing you can do other than having that corrected for that referee and having all referees be reminded that they need to go and check the screen for something that's more of just a handball, because VAR needs to check every single play that goes on, whether it's a handball, whether there's a foul before that handball is even happening. So that just needs to be checked, and that can't happen again because that did cost us 3 points. Maybe that's a kind of a harder call, but either way, it did cost us something, because if that goal hadn't happened, or if that PK hadn't happened and that goal hadn't been scored, that could have changed the outcome of the match. So definitely that needs to be checked, and hopefully it does not happen again. But either way, a penalty given to Brighton because apparently it's a handball by Jannik Vestergaard in which they score. And next thing you know, we're at halftime, Brighton up 1-0, and we're down 1-0. That just puts more pressure on us. Brighton fans certainly happy, cheering their team on. Brighton has momentum, more motivation, and just goes on full counterattack and making sure, we don't have enough time to think, and pretty much trying to get us off balance and try to see, if they can score another goal. Either way, first half, I think we had a lot of possession, just bad luck and just not finishing those opportunities, like I said. In the second half, just like the first, we had possession. We created chances. We added Lookman. We subbed off Madison. And adding Lookman definitely gave us more attacking momentum because Lookman is a designated winger. Now, like I said, I don't know why Madison was on the right side. That is not his position. And clearly, we saw that. He was not effective. That's why Brendan Rodgers had to take him out. And adding Lookman clearly showed us that is his position and that's where he needs to be because he is very effective in that spot. Anyhow, we have a foul called for Brighton. Ryan Bertrand had to, it's just caught the Brighton player from the back of the leg, and Brighton have a free kick, in which leads into a goal because it's headed by Danny Welbeck, and Brighton are 2-0 up against us. Now, just that's something that we couldn't really avoid. Other than defending better, that's just a free kick. That's a foul on us in which Brighton knew how to take advantage of. So either way, we'll give him that goal. However, the VAR goal was not our fault. That was a mistake on the referee. But either way, like I said, we cannot keep on missing those opportunities when given to us as far as counterattacking and trying to shoot on goal. Now, we're 2-0 down, and still we have that momentum of counterattacking and having possession, in which sooner or later leads to a goal by Jamie Vardy, which is a beautiful play set up by Ricardo Pereira, Lookman, and I think Tielemans gives Vardy the assist. So like that, that's the type of play that we need to start seeing, and that's the chemistry that we need to start seeing. Now, that goal would not have happened if Lookman had not, come onto the game. So thankfully, Lookman came in second half, and we just created more momentum. Now, besides that, I think our performance-wise, we just have to be better and more effective. Of course, we took full control, as I've been saying, and we just have to finish those opportunities and get the result and get those points and get those goals scored. Either way, it was a very tough game. Brighton is a very good team. And next thing you know, we have 2 goals that are disallowed because apparently one, which Harvey Barnes is, I guess, blocking the goalkeeper's point of view in which where the ball was for those corners. Now, the first one that was called off, clearly understandable. He is in the direction of the goalkeeper and the ball in which the goalkeeper cannot see. However, the second goal, I don't understand why that was disallowed because Harvey Barnes is not covering the goalkeeper, and where the ball is and just diagonally where the goalkeeper is, he has clear vision of where that ball is. Yes, Harvey Barnes is offside, but he is not in front of the goalkeeper blocking his point of view of where the ball is currently at. So I don't understand why that goal was disallowed because Harvey Barnes clearly is out of sight from the ball and the goalkeeper. So that's something that I don't know why the referee did not even go check and see, because if that's something that is it's either an offside clear obstruction that is not, very confirmed based on what we're seeing and based on what the VAR can see. And clearly all of us can see that there's something, missing there because we clearly, from what we're seeing, is Harvey Barnes is diagonally from the goalkeeper. And that's something that needs to be reviewed even more. So if the VAR, I guess, is only getting that authorization to make that call, I don't understand why why the referee needs to just, can't just go in and check the screen himself. Clearly that took a long time to see if that, that was an offside call or not. So I don't know why during that time of just checking, the referee could not check the screen himself and make that call himself. So, like I said, this was a very iffy game, a game that just did not fall in our favor. And the VAR clearly was not on our side this time, especially the way it's supposed to be used, in which the referee has to go and check and see for himself, especially for calls that are very uncertain. Either way, from this result, we have a lot of issues that we need to fix. Definitely what we saw in this match is clearly our players were not positioned well. This formation did not work. And there's a couple of key points that need to be noted and need to be currently fixed. Madison, the winger, absolutely not. That is not his position. He needs to be in the center where he's asking for the ball, creating opportunities for Vardy, and not crossing it from the side. So terrible decision by Brendan Rodgers. Hopefully that does not happen again, and we will not see him on the right side. Like I said, he is our number 10, and he needs to be in the center midfield. Ademola Lookman, a player that needs to start playing in that starting 11 because he is a very effective player, clearly above Brighton and Ayoze Perez in the current moment. He is attacking, he is defending, he has a little bit of both of Brighton and Ayoze Perez. Brighton gives great passes and comes back when he needs to come back. Ayoze Perez, having that technique, having that quality. So having both of those two qualities from either player, Brighton and Perez, into Lookman is very effective. And like I said, he needs to be in that starting 11 because every time from what I've seen him on the ball, it's always led to an opportunity that could be scored in favor of us. So like I said, Lookman in the starting 11 needs to be there next game and just make it happen. Because we all saw what he did in this match. We all saw what he did against Napoli, and we all saw what he did against Manchester City. How many more games do you need? He needs to be in that starting 11. Now, enough with the lone striker. We need to have 2 strikers. Jamie Vardy by himself up top isn't effective as it was a couple years back. Now, this formation probably needs to change, so probably the 4-3-3 is not going to work. And we're going to have to add 2 up top, whether it's Kelechi Iheanacho or Daka, either one. I know last season with close to the end, we were having 2 forwards up top. It was Jamie Vardy and Kelechi Iheanacho, and that pretty much brought a lot of effectiveness there. So I don't understand why he can't bring that into this season. And clearly, having just one striker up top based off these last 5 matches has not been that effective. So we have to try something new. We have to have 2 strikers there. Kelechi Iheanacho, a player that knows how to hold the ball, and set up Jamie Vardy, vice versa. Either way, having 2 up top, I think, will be very effective moving forward. Following this match, we had Brendan Rodgers speak with our Leicester City media team, giving his thoughts and reactions towards this 2-1 loss against Brighton. Therefore, let's see what we have to say.
Tough game in midweek. We should have won that game. Should have got something from today. So you just got to go away. Never get too disappointed. You know, I was much happier with large elements of our game today. Areas that we'll be better in and can be better in. But that's my job to find that solution. And
couldn't say it better myself. We have to finish those opportunities that we have. No, we are just creating great plays, but we're not finishing them. And next thing you know, we're having that counterattacked on us, and then we're like 1 or 2 goals down. So we have to find some way in which we can complete those opportunities that are given to us. But either all, like I said, we're just working on those small things that will make us effective. And by doing that, we have to put the right people in the right position. We have to change that formation, and we have to have 2 forwards up top. Our attack is struggling. Our defense, it's honestly doing better than our attack. So our attack needs to be, like I said, needs to be fixed. 2 forwards up top, Lookman on the right side, and we got to see how that goes. I believe it's going to work well. I believe with Lookman and Harvey Barnes on both sides of the wings, 2 very fast players, very effective, and have that counterattacking mentality. So having those 2 there, we have Madison in the middle, and either Jamie Vardy, Kelechi Iheanacho, or Daka up top will be a very effective attacking side. So if we can make those corrections, that would be outstanding, and we can see how that goes. Anyhow, for our upcoming matches this week, on Wednesday, September 22nd, it is Millwall versus Leicester City for the Carabao Cup 3rd round at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a match in which I want to see more of our players that were on the bench, players that have not really had any minutes in the Premier League, players like Dewsbury Hall, Chowdhury, and much more. You know, I want to see what we have in our squad and what we can work with and how we can implement that into our matches of the Premier League and Europa League. Then on Saturday, September 25th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is Leicester City versus Burnley at the King Power Stadium, a game in which we have to win. We can no longer drop any points if we want to continue being those title contenders and fighting for a top 4 spot. We have to get results. And how we're going to do that? We have to change the formation. We have to add 2 up top. And crucially, we need to have Ademola Lookman as a winger, because that's what we signed him for. We need a winger who is very pacey, who knows how to draw back, who knows how to attack and create plays. So he, like I said, he's very effective, and having him on the right side while we have Harvey Barnes on the left and 2 strikers up top, a very effective attacking side. Either way, that is all we have for today in this episode. So I'll see you next time for the post-match review of the Carabao Cup 3rd round. That is Millwall versus Leicester. See you next time.